Hi, Kip. I guess I'm one of those people who enjoys pseudo science. Um, but I have a different perspective. I think of it as the people's science, um, where it's accessible to the average person. Most of science is this sort of elite affair, where mostly male individuals um, are in basements in universities, locked in their labs, doing their research. And often it's divorced from the everyday lives of ordinary people. And the average person doesn't really care about string theory or um, or about quarks and bosons. I mean, it's interesting and it's great to read about stuff like that in Scientific American, but um, really, it's not what is central to our thoughts and our experience. So, I mean, the things I think the average person care about are, you know, why why does my cat disappear whenever I decide to take her to the vet? Or the woman who later found out she had a cancerous tumor, why her dog kept sniffing at the area where the tumor was, only to find out later on that dogs apparently can smell the chemicals that tumors give off. People care about stuff like that, things that relate to their lives, things that they experience, and they sort of become citizen scientists. Um, that pseudoscience is like the layman's lab. Um, and so things like tarot and remote viewing, things like that, they're accessible, they're easy to experiment with. Um, they inform us about ourselves, and ultimately, that's all we have is ourselves. And what more enticing thing is there than to discover who we are? And they tend to lean more towards psychology rather than physics, and the more sort of prestigious branches of science. And uh and you know what, it's fun, it's exciting, it's interesting. It is as interesting as hyper rationalism is dull and boring. And yeah, I do have a couple sets of tarot cards, and I love playing with them. And to me, they're just a way of bypassing the conscious mind and accessing the subconscious, sort of like, dreams. And yes, I have dabbled in remote viewing, and I did not, the first time I did it, I did not follow protocols because they were cramping my style. I just sat at my desk and decided to try it with the feeling that, well, gee, I'll just see what happens. And this will be fun and exciting. And drew on a piece of paper, got a flash of an image that was so fast I didn't realize I'd seen it until after it was already gone, and drew my little stick figure and these circles going all the way around its body. And I looked at it and thought, circles, what the heck could that be? Almost didn't draw it because I thought, that's ridiculous. What could that be? Well, when I opened my target, the picture was of a man surfing, and he was in shadow, and those circle things around his head was the wave and the foam cap on the wave. If I guess if you looked really, really close, it would be little circles, little bubbles. So for me, that was a hit. And it was fun. It was wonderful doing it, and it enriched my life. Um, didn't bring me to any stunning conclusions about life, but it just sort of made it that much more delicious. And that's all I got to say. Oh, I'm thinking of you sitting up there in Hawaii with all that wonderful light you have. Me here in Toronto where it's dark and cold. And I'm thinking of Kip in Hawaii. And I'm picking a card. I'm thinking of Kip. I'm picking a card. And that's the card I picked. Well, let's see. That's a 5 of clubs. I think that has something to do with strife and fighting, conflict. Take care.